Today on ChillPoint, it's Heather, Paul, and definitely also Beige. This is ChillPoint. Yep. Definitely Beige.
No, it's about where his opinions go. Hasn't changed.
I will say,
a little quiet today, though.
Yeah. I will say that there was a lot of kudos for him in the comments to this week's video.
Oh.
For pronouncing
Wickham?
Yeah, pronouncing Wickham correctly, which I think might have been an accident, but
hard to say
because he was sort of in the process of
I know
pronouncing
he was
a bunch
definitely
of things
going through and pronouncing everything
deliberately incorrectly.
Yeah.
But he might have pronounced it so incorrectly that it kind of went back around and
I mean, it definitely broke
again.
his brain at some point. You know, the whole Plamers thing.
Mm.
I like Plamers. It's actually pretty funny.
Players and gamers.
Yeah. Hey, Plamers. How you doing today?
What up, Plamers? Welcome to ChillPoint.
Yeah, gamers would take on any word at this point. Only being called gamers. There's so many connotations that don't go well.
It's true. Welcome to ChillPoint, show where we talk about the week's video game news, as well as the episode of Checkpoint that went up yesterday. Mm-hmm. Which, if you haven't seen already, you should do that, but not right now.
I think we should spend a long time talking about how Slippy looks.
Look, I mean, we'll get to that story.
Okay.
We'll get to that story. But, I mean, I was given a prompt, and I had to find a picture to go with it.
And you picked correctly.
Yeah. And I just picked the objectively correct picture to put in there. All right. Well, let's talk first about first story from Nelson here. And what I love about this story is if you just saw the headline that was, kids using Roblox to speedrun Scientology.
It's a pretty it's a pretty fun headline.
That I feel like that would be a concerning headline. Like that would be like this.
There's so many keywords in there that
it's like the Church of Scientology has somehow set up like a Roblox presence.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me if they did.
And is speedrunning kids or something. But no. So there's this phenomenon of Scientology speedrunning, which apparently some folks in the comments were mentioning that like that's not necessarily even that new a phenomenon.
It's not new. I think for it's new to a lot of people. I mean, in the sense that a lot of people are now finding out,
and in the sense of it's one of these things that becomes sort of cyclical, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. And also because you got your social media, TikTok.
And you also have to remember, when it's new to somebody, it's new to everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the people basically going into Scientology churches, Scientology buildings, and attempting to basically get as deep into the building as possible.
Yes. Now, I did see one comment that was a little pedantic.
Saying it's true.
That said that technically
yeah.
And if they didn't finish, all of these speedruns have failed and are DNF'd, and therefore are...
This is really a highest score kind
of thing.
It's true.
All right, I'll give them that.
To be honest, I don't know what the success state actually is for this.
All I know about Scientology is you don't learn about the aliens until you're too deep to get out.
At least that was the plan. I mean,
well,
some people have kind of spilled the beans on that.
I did. Yes. I read an entire book about cults. It was interesting.
But what I kind of love about this is that it kind of takes advantage of what is sort of a Scientology, like it takes advantage of or turns Scientology's sort of strength, or not strength, but sort of one of their main techniques into a weakness of this sort of like trying to be open and sort of presenting this facade of being like, yeah, we're just want to help people, just come on in and, we can teach you about stuff. And so by being so open and trying to be cool, they leave themselves very vulnerable to this particular thing. Beej was talking about it would be funny to watch people try to speed run, the Vatican. And it's like, you wouldn't get very far because they will, at best, stop you very quickly. They have an army, literally.
Yeah.
And at worst, do something very bad to you because they have no particular need to get people into the Vatican. That's not what they're trying to do.
It's true. I do think it's pretty funny that the developers of this game, the video game portion of this, have said that if they will change the map if people share the map. So, which I'm just kind of like, oh, okay.
When my brother and I were doing the Fight the Future podcast, we talked about
Maze. An episode where Roblox came up.
We talked about Maze Runner.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
Which was a very popular, medium popular series that fell off very quickly in terms of popularity after the first movie. Anyway, but one of the things about that, one of the sort of big plot points is they will send, like, they're trapped in this maze and they sort of send people out during the day to map the maze as much as possible. But then they have to come back. They have to get back before nightfall. And so they're trying to map this maze. And so each person who comes back has, information. So they're building up a map of trying to figure out how to get out of the maze. And it's because that's basically exactly what these Scientology speedrunning people are doing. They go in, they're like, okay, there's a hallway there, thing there, thing there.
I mean,
and
that's part of
when they get out, and then they're like,
that's part of speedrunning, right? You gotta try to get the lay figured out.
And then they're combining their knowledge.
Yeah.
And apparently one of the things that they has actually been advantageous is that a lot of the Scientology centers are built on the same template.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of buildings will do that kind of thing.
Like, and they'll like sort of build.
They expect to have certain rooms and things.
Well, and they'll like build the building. Like, they won't just take over a building that already exists. They'll like actually, demolish and rebuild the building when they take it over to make it so. But that means that they tend to have kind of a uniform interior layout. So when people speed run one place, you get it.
What I'm hearing is like not a lot of map variety.
No, they need to work on that.
Yeah. You want to fight the speedrunners, you got to change your maps. Do you think if you were still doing this podcast that, because I think you were primarily like books and movies and things, right? Do you think at some point you would have included video games?
I think we could have, certainly. I mean, part of the problem with video games, though, is they take like a lot longer.
It's true. They do take a lot longer, too. I also think a lot of the really heavy sci-fi ones are
and usually they're like
spooky.
Yeah, and a lot of them are sort of based on, like, if it's because it was sort of young adult dystopia stuff. So a lot of it is, there might be like a movie or a video game based on a movie or a book. But you might as well be going the movie or the book anyway.
Do we have video games based on books?
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of...
I can't think of any. Chat, supply me with answers.
I mean, it depends on what you consider. I mean, there's Lord of the Rings video games.
Oh, that's just cheating.
Lurbot says scan the taint, which might be true.
Okay, I'll accept Dune, but I will not accept Star Wars.
The Witcher is based on a series of books.
Oh, that's true.
It was a series of books and a video game way before it was a TV show.
That's true. I mean, the whole reason they made that game was because it was the author was
he was
local, I guess.
Yeah, he was a sort of a well-known author,
and that was a really well-known series in that region of the world for them too. So
yeah, it was sort of a unique story.
It also I think they were able to get the licensing for that fairly cheap at the time.
Right, in Poland, yeah.
Right, yes.
Apparently, the author is only kind of medium on the games.
Look, it's morning. All my brain is gone.
Sure, yeah, it's definitely morning.
It's definitely morning, Paul. Look, Beach is a trash can, and it's morning. I can make reality whatever at this point.
Anyway.
I only came today to talk about how slimy this frog is. That's not true. I came because it's my job, and I like hanging out.
This is a fun story. It's only, we talk like this is one of those stories that is only sort of very marginally video game related because it's got this Roblox connection.
Yeah.
But the idea that you can, that there is this Roblox connection that they are, that you could theoretically, test your path.
It's weird that this story isn't like darker. That it's not like, oh, Scientology has started all of its churches within Roblox.
I know.
Like.
Again,
just given because how a lot of Roblox stories go, this might be like the brightest Roblox story we've done.
One of the more positive Roblox stories.
It's weird.
Anyway, and then speaking of weird things that you wouldn't expect, Bank of America says that. I guess you should. I guess
a guy from Bank of America.
I guess it's not actually something you wouldn't expect. It's probably something you would definitely expect. But anyway, there's this idea has been put forward by Omar Dasuki, who is a Bank of America analyst, and seems to be an analyst for Bank of America for covering a number of video game related companies. But in particular, in this case, Take-Two, and saying that, it would be not only good for Take-Two or Rockstar to put GTA 6 at $80, but they would be actually doing like a favor to the industry. Like it'll be basically charity if they put it at $80. So they would be really helping everybody out.
Because games went up to 70 US. We're going with the US dollar when we're talking about these stories usually.
We've been over $100 in Canada for a while now.
Yeah, especially in BC where we have many taxes. So $70 US was not that long ago where everything went up. And then there was talk of like the $80 US game for a bit, and I think everyone was expecting GTA 6 was going to be the one that like burst that bubble originally, but then it kept getting delayed. We legitimately, and they mentioned in the after show, there was legitimate talk about GTA 6 being $100. Yeah.
Probably a year ago, maybe.
And that was mostly speculation, though, wasn't it? Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, that's
no one came out and said we're definitely going to make it $100.
I mean, that's the thing with all these stories, right? Like, there are so many people, especially at a company, place like Bank of America, where they're doing all this, they're trading in stocks and doing all this stuff. Mm-hmm. This person like Omar Dasuki or people like him, analysts like this, they basically their professional job is to have an opinion about this stuff and try to forecast it. And often, we talk about especially on ChillPoint, we talk a lot about speculative stuff, right? We talk a lot about,
there's a lot of speculating.
What could happen? What would happen? Mm-hmm. Blah, blah, blah. But this is like his job is to just be like, oh, this could happen. And then people are like, this guy says this could happen. We should start, and then somebody asks, Rockstar about, he's like, so what do you hear about the rumor they're going to be at $100? And then Rockstar will be like, we have no comment on that. And then it's like, Rockstar does not confirm or deny that they will be at $100. Like, something can the wording of something can change so quickly into, this was definitely, it's the same way that, like, somebody being like, oh man, it would be awesome if they announced this game at Summer Game Fest, turns into, I can't believe they didn't announce the game at Summer Game Fest.
Yeah.
It must have gotten delayed.
Or
when nobody said anything.
Here's a list of games that are definitely going to come out that you could probably predict are being worked on. They all show up at the event, and then everyone's like, wow, they didn't show anything new that we didn't know about.
Yeah. And it's like,
God. The industry insider or expert who like speculates is always the one that comes up, especially like in this context, is always the one who comes up and says something really dumb that almost everybody else in the fandom of that thing looks at and it's just like, really? And what?
So now, I'll be honest, I don't know how the rules around this work, because I'm assuming there are actually some pretty stringent rules that they often are sort of hitting the edge of, because, and I showed it actually in the shoulder graphic for this. This guy says this. He says, "Hey, we think that Take-Two should do it at $80, and if they do, it'll be good for the industry and be good for all this stuff." Mm-hmm. The price of Take-Two's stock went up, and
at that guy's comment,
and Bank of America upgraded their being like, yeah, you should buy this stock because they'll probably put it at $80, right? So they are
okay,
they are speculating as to what will happen, but they have a vested interest in the thing that makes the company more money happening, because they're deeply into the stock, and they're, advisors for the thing. Like I said, I know there are legalities of actually manipulating stock like that. And I'm sure they're sort of outside the realm of that, but it is a very interesting connection, I guess. And it does, and even if this wasn't just sort of, this is definitely something, any of these sort of proclamations or speculations by these people, you have to sort of take that under advisement that, they have a vested interest in the company doing the thing. It's not just random speculation. But I did love and some people, they talked about it in the after show as well, but that one of his arguments for why it could be $80 is saying that it would make sense because it would align with the idea that AI will raise the value of games for consumers.
Yeah, I don't understand that idea.
Which I think that might be one of the first times I've actually seen that side of the argument. So far, most of the argument, this stuff has been, implement AI in your game development pipeline, and that will make the development costs come down, and so it'll be great, and you can lay off people, and it'll be cheaper and all that stuff, which obviously is bullshit. But that was sort of the argument for AI.
Yeah, why you should do it.
This idea going on the other side that this game is going to be, because of AI, this game is going to be so good. AI is going to make this game so much better so it's not just that it's going to save money on the development thing, but using AI for the development is going to make the game so much better than it would be otherwise.
Yeah, so it has a perceived value, and therefore it should cost more. Because there's that whole thing of you need to make something feel prestigious or premium. needs to cost a certain amount. Otherwise, people don't view it that way.
But it's weird because that's like the opposite of the argument, right? It's like, isn't the idea that you guys are saving money by using AI?
Yeah, exactly. It should cost it. It should
so it should cost less, down. Right?
But also, has GTA 6 been talked about as a game that's planning to use AI or has been using AI?
No.
Is this person basically saying that GTA 6 uses AI?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be that surprised if it comes out that AI stuff was used in the development of GTA 6, just because it's a big company and all the big companies are at least flirting with using it in different ways. Mm-hmm. But as far as I know, there's been no marketing about it, and obviously GTA has all sorts of NPCs in it, things that were previously used to be called AI, as in just NPCs and stuff. And there certainly hasn't been any information that I've seen or implications that like the NPCs in the game will be somehow AI, like LLM controlled, or have more intelligence than you would expect.
I also know it's a buzzword in the same way that NFTs was, to the point where people were using it regardless of whether or not that was actually what was being done. And because we use the term AI, which is so
it's used for so
bad
many
in terms of, because people mean generative AI, right? Most of the time when we're talking about the evils of AI, and but like you can see it in some people when they start to complain on it, or they say things like, "Oh, AI's been around in video games since the beginning." It's like, okay, NPC AI is a completely different thing.
Yeah. It's like saying, I don't get what the big thing about 3D graphics is. I mean, pixels have been around in video games since the beginning. Nothing has really changed.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's just
you call it the same stuff, but it's objectively different.
It just makes the conversation so much harder, because first you have to figure out what the person's even talking about.
Right, exactly.
And then try to correct them, and depending on the kind of person they are, you're not going to anyway, because I don't know, people in CEO space they're not there to have a conversation.
So, I mean, the Maricad in the chat did point out an article saying that they've said that there isn't any generative AI generative AI had zero part in what Rockstar Games is building with GTA 6. So, who knows?
Yeah, it's
how accurate that is, or if whatever. But we shall see, I guess.
Yeah, at some point things will shake out, I guess. I don't know. It just really gets hard and annoying, and I don't know. I thought after the whole NFT cryptocurrency thing, we could take a break from those sorts of conversations.
Nope.
Foolish me.
Yep. That was silly.
Yeah, it was silly of me to think. I know.
You are a big silly. But don't worry, because you can get out and touch grass.
Oh, good.
You can do it anywhere. But if you do it...
There's some grass outside.
In the UK, you can go to some very special stuff. You can go to very special touch grass places.
This surprised me.
For the National Trust. It's a neat...
it's neat.
Yeah, it's neat.
Just, it's also... I had to double check the story, because I was like, why isn't this Pokemon Go? Why is this Pokemon TCG?
Yeah, Pokemon TCG. And you don't even get any card. Like, there's no cards.
No, I mean stickers.
It's stickers.
Which, ultimately better than the cards.
But I mean, what I mean though is that there's no like actual like tie-in with the TCG in terms of like getting special cards.
Yeah, you're not getting cards or anything. It's still weird that it's not a Pokemon Go related event, because the whole like walk trails, go outside things, like their entire marketing.
I get the feeling, And I kind of like how, I don't know how to say this, sort of, I don't know, I get it feels very sort of uncommitted, I have to say. Like, it's like, we are, partnering with the National Trust, and we'll have all these places, and you go to the place, and they give you a trail sheet that you can explore 10 trail points, each with a different energy type and stuff. Like we've done stories about like the sort of Pokemon like forest experience stuff that they've set up, where there's like little Pokemon under trees and different things you can like
there's you kind of see them out loud.
It's like this is not that. This is, you go there, and it is a wonderful National Trust historic site, and they give you like a piece of paper that's like you can go and check off the things, and it's probably like the things that you check off are probably the things that they already like. Those are like the
they're probably already there.
They're like the points that everybody wants to look at thing. They just put a sort of Pokemon header on the thing. Like it seems like a very low lift.
Okay, it's
integration.
What you're probably really looking at is an adult who has to convince kids to go on a nature hike.
Exactly.
Or to go do the sightseeing thing they want to do, and then be like, "There's Pokemon. You like Pokemon.
Yeah.
You get a sticker," and that works for a specific age group.
Yeah. And I appreciate the...
I mean, how many of us went to the library to read so that we could get free pizza?
Your pizza? Your library had pizza?
If you've read enough books throughout the summer, you could get things like free pizza. Did they not do that here?
My library didn't have pizza.
Did you have like a summer reading program? I read so many books. I was good at that, and I was already doing it, so I just got basically free pizza.
Yeah.
I was very into it.
I don't know.
Yeah, Pizza Hut generally sponsored that kind of stuff.
I remember doing a reading program, but I think you got like bookmarks and stuff.
Oh, I would have done it for bookmarks.
Not like pizza.
I had so many bookmarks as a kid. I would have absolutely done it for bookmarks if they were cool. Were they cool bookmarks?
I think so. I can't really remember.
Your face kind of went in a direction that was like, no.
I'll be honest, I don't really remember. My biggest problem was I always was returning books to the library. That was always the tricky bit.
Oh, the taking them back?
It was the taking them back. And,
because you loved them so much.
And also I forgot about them.
Oh, because you forgot. That makes more sense.
We always used to say that my brother and I, like, we used to joke that we sponsored like a new wing of the library with all our library fines.
Yeah, I think our local library was like in the middle of downtown, so it was very easy to get to.
Anyway, actually, I was going to say the thing I do like how extensive it is. Like there's a few places that have there's 15 places that have the self-guided walks, the mega evolution trails, but then there's over 100 places that have the sticker booklet that you can. So it's like a sticker booklet, and I think there's 5 stickers. So like you can collect the different stickers and stuff, which,
I mean, 5's a doable number.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like they went, we have 300 Pokemon stickers you got to collect.
Yeah.
That seems like way too much work.
But it seems like with that many and you know what? If this convinces people to go to cool National Trust sites or even look at the list and realize that there are cool National Trust sites that are not that far away from them.
I mean, I think that's the other thing is you get the people who are like, ooh, Pokemon. But then you also get people who are like, oh, there's a Pokemon promotion going on that's available? I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah.
Like,
That's right nearby. So anyway, good on them. And, Now, I will admit that a large portion of this story is also making fun of funny English place names and mispronouncing them.
We're allowed to do that, though. We're Canadian.
It's true.
We come from British colonies, technically. I
suppose so.
We're allowed to make fun of Brits.
I was like, I was about to say that I didn't really see why being Canadian allows us to do that. I thought that was just because we made fun of things. But
also that.
Yeah.
I can make up whatever reasons I want. It's because B just made a trash today.
It's
We're
true.
allowed to make fun of Brits.
It's
the
true.
End. Also, we have our own silly place names, and
we're
cool.
The Arrogant Worms have
Look how cool we are that we make fun of.
The Arrogant Worms have an excellent song about Newfoundland place names.
Oh yeah, I bet they'd have some great ones. Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to GameStop taking over eBay, which
wanting to
might not happen. Or wanting to. This is the thing about this is one of these stupid stories, or not stupid, but it's like this is one of these stupid situations where it's like there's a lot of similarities. You know, the scale is a little lower, but I see a lot of similarities between this and like when Elon Musk like ended up buying Twitter.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's like, is this a real thing? Is he just joke doing it? But also joke bidding for a company isn't a thing you can do, which is what Elon Musk figured out. Found out.
We all found out.
So it's like
it was a bad joke to begin with, and it was even worse results.
And so, you know, and then he's like doing this thing, and he does this interview, which is this like train wreck of an interview. Although not if you go look at like the whatever subreddit, the like Super Stonks or whatever, like the subreddit that is big into all the GameStop stock stuff. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh man, he totally schooled all these people in this interview. He just, he's just like, they asked him all these questions. They just didn't know how to react because he just like was so on point or whatever.
You mean the interview that everyone who watches says he looks like he was high?
And he just says like 3 things in the entire interview. And like, it's on the website and it's half cash, half stocks. And people are like, yeah, but you don't have that much cash or stock. And he goes, I don't understand the question. Anyway.
Yeah.
It is quite a weird interview. But then he starts posting. He starts being like, we're going to sell a bunch of stuff on eBay to buy eBay. And, starts putting up a bunch of like old GameStop signs and his socks.
See, and stuff. The GameStop signs, I'm like, sure, there are people who like when they see a store like shut down, they do try to grab like signage and things. And there can be interesting stuff in that. Dude's used socks is just a weird choice that seems like he thought that would be funny, or maybe he was on whatever he was on in the interview when he did that one too.
Because that's the thing, and then he posts a thing and then like a day later, he posts a thing about how that he got banned from eBay. He's like, lol, and then he's like posts a thing being like, you're banned. This account that was banned, and then people are like, but you're not banned. Like, we can click on the link and we can like go to your stuff and it's still there. Your account isn't banned. And so it's just like, it appears to be just a guy like trolling about and doing dumb stuff, like basically doing, whatever 4chan / Reddit / sort of meme things, except in the real world that has sort of real world consequences.
Yeah. See, I'm a fan of fuck around and find out. I do think that's very funny. I prefer it when it is restricted to the one person who's fucking around and finding out.
Oh, and he has also now actually been also banned.
Said he was banned. People said he wasn't banned. Now he is banned.
I mean, there was a thing that I remember a thing a while ago where like some people did like a Kickstarter campaign to buy Kickstarter, and they also banned Kickstarter kicked that campaign.
I mean, can you have that kind of a Kickstarter campaign in the first place? Like raising money to buy a thing? Like, isn't Kickstarter about funding things, like making things generally? Like, wouldn't that go better on like a GoFundMe?
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. It was a weird idea. I think, but yeah, in the same way that I guess you can't raise money on eBay to buy eBay, which makes sense when you think about it.
He got banned for claiming he was banned. I mean, I personally think that if somebody claims that they're banned on a service and they're not, they should get banned.
Yeah.
You want to help them with that truth, right?
Yeah.
You really want to make that reality for them.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry. We must have
missed that part.
Yeah,
we didn't finish
we must have accidentally not banned you. Here, let us fix that. Anyway. So, I don't know. I guess maybe the whole thing is and it's like, and then maybe ultimately the whole thing is just to sort of keep his profile in the thing. And I mean, and I'm sure the GameStop stock goes up when he does all this stuff, probably just because it's raising the profile of the company, I guess.
I know. All I know is GameStop isn't owned by GameStop in Canada or
it's
whatever.
True.
It's that
EB
part got
Games.
sold. Yeah.
Yeah. Although now,
I think it's supposed to be reverting back to EB Games, isn't it?
They could. We were thinking though, if this does actually go through, it'd be great if they end up with like eBay Games. They could use all the same signs that they had before.
Yeah, that's true.
EB Games, except
but if he sells them all, then
eBay.
he can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll have to make new ones.
Just the idea that eBay, like GameStop would buy eBay, and then eBay would and eBay will become way more efficient because they would be taking advantage of GameStop's expertise.
What expertise exactly?
Didn't
they like just run ThinkGeek into the ground? Like
yeah, it's like as if it's like games like what as if GameStop has something to show to teach EB or teach eBay.
Like let's face it, GameStop is just a Funko Pop's graveyard. It's not. I think eBay can already do that on their own.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't.
Anyway, if they do somehow, I don't know, eBay, if GameStop does actually try to buy you, make sure you get that gameplay guarantee. Because you might have to return it. It costs like an extra $5 or $10, but it'll be worth it. Trust me.
Buy a company. They generally have to agree to it, or like
sometimes
like you have to like. Well, I suppose you could try corporate takeover, and they really are up about having stocks. So maybe I guess they just buy a bunch of eBay stocks, perhaps. But yeah, I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
GameStop, stop being in the news. It's not helping you.
It's true. And then it's the story that Heather's been waiting for.
Yeah.
Star Fox. It's the new Star Fox.
Well, the fourth remake.
Third or fourth remake.
I don't know. I've never played Star Fox. All I know is that there's a fox and
stars.
And stars. And Falco, I think, is part of that.
Folks were talking about it in the comments that it's like not only is this going to be like a remake of Star Fox 64. But we mentioned that the most recent Star Fox game came out in 10 years ago, in 2016.
It's the
Star
3DS
Fox Zero.
one. Oh, right. Sorry, the Wii U one.
Yeah, which
no one liked.
No one liked, but also was kind of a retread of Star Fox 64. Yes. Apparently, it had like a bunch of stuff where you go back and do missions.
Had a bunch of stuff from it or something. I'm not really sure.
And Star Fox 64 could be argued to be sort of a remake and expansion of the original Star Fox.
Like, I'm the weirdo who bought Star Fox Zero for the pack-in game with the security cameras because I thought that looked neat. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I think Beach maybe likes Star Fox. I don't know. Turns out he's also not really a huge Star Fox fan. So, yeah, I'm just the weirdo.
Yeah. But, so yeah, it turns out that there's just like a lot of... They've kind of gone over the same area a lot in the Star Fox canon, shall we say.
Yeah.
But it is a cool game. I had a lot of fun playing it back in the day. I mean, Star Fox 64 I played on N64. Mm-hmm. I haven't played any of the more recent ones, but
yeah, I the reception I've seen for this game has been people who are super psyched because they really liked Star Fox 64 in particular.
I used to play multiplayer 64 a lot.
Other people who don't care as much because they're like, I was hoping for something new, and then other people who just don't care at all because they're like, I don't know what that is.
I saw quite a few people, I think of people being kind of grumpy about F-Zero. Not that.
Oh, I mean,
just because it's sort of a game of the same era as Star Fox, and it's a game that Nintendo has said that like they want to remake, but they can't think of new ideas for it.
and then they won't.
Or they want to make a new one, but they can't think of new ideas, and they're like, just make it again. It was good.
Yeah. Also not an F-Zero fan, but I will say I feel like F-Zero fans have the right to be salty. You're understood.
Understood.
I understand you.
But anyway,
I don't know. The things I've heard about it sound actually pretty interesting in the idea of like there's a bunch of mission things that new missions unlock and you like replayability. It sounds like you can replay some levels that you weren't able to in the other game or
multiplayer. You know, it's got some cool multiplayer stuff in it too. Apparently.
Yeah,
you can play as both the Fox team and the Wolf team. You can play as like the bad guys. And you and it can, you know, we talked about the avatar picture
that
will like
is
match.
Interesting for other reasons because that's a multiplayer. We're doing a chat share whatever thing on the Switch, right?
I think it also just like works in the game, but the way they showed it off primarily was like, the fact that they'll
let you do an avatar thing of it while you're doing like essentially this VTuber thing. That I think is more interesting in the sense of like, okay, they're doing it in this game, so where are we going to see it in the future? Like, where are we going to push this?
It's like, what if your Switch is just a VTuber rig now? I mean, the face tracking. I mean, you're saying the face tracking was
wrong. It is
extremely
very uncanny valley.
Extremely uncanny valley.
And I don't necessarily want it, but it is like the feature that you can see being placed in other things, right?
Yeah.
Not just restricted to this game.
I mean, to me, the face tracking wasn't even like uncanny valley in the sense that like it didn't even go that far. It was just like kind of wonky looking. It looked kind of like I've seen face tracking like 5 years ago.
Oh, sure. But
that sort of video only face tracking.
We got to see a shot of a person move their face around in weird ways to demonstrate tech.
Yeah.
Which is always fun.
Showing the eyebrows move and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't really watch the direct. I do think it's interesting they just kind of dropped one with like something like 10-minute warning.
That's true. Yeah, it was just like, hey,
kind of neat.
Star Fox Direct. Boom.
And I do think there's something interesting to be said for showing off the movie cameo. And then showing this. And it's like, yeah, this all makes sense in the terms of like marketing of like, hey, here's where you may have seen Star Fox recently. So you know who this character is, that kind of thing. I haven't watched the movie. It's not out on streaming services. I don't want to go to the theater for it. But I do like the cartooniest look of the movie one more than this, I guess, realistic fur thing they're going for.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like...
Not that they had to go with the movie style.
Right. I didn't mind the look of them. Like, I felt like they looked like sort of modern high-resolution versions of the characters in the original.
Yeah, and I do think that's probably what they're going for. I do think it's funny how wet Slippy looks. Not like a bad way. I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think it's funny because you see like a lot of like, you see a fox and a bird and like, you know, things with like a lot of fur and like feathers and stuff. And then there's like smooth.
He's an amphibian.
And it's just it's jarring in a weird way to go from one to the other. It's funny.
I'm assuming his plane, his R-Wing, probably has like little misters in it.
Oh, it'd have to, wouldn't it?
To keep the environment nice for him. Yeah.
A very tropical feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, it's just funny to watch Beach crack up at that.
Look, the story says everyone wants to talk about how they made the character models too fuckable / realistic.
Yep.
So
you put in
so my job for doing the graphics was to put in a appropriate graphic for too fuckable / realistic.
Yes.
And I think there was only one objectively correct character to put in there.
I don't disagree with you.
Good.
I just really need it pointed out several times that this happened.
Yep.
That you really slipped that in there.
Yeah. If you have played the original Star Fox games, you know that Slippy is the guy who's, you know, he's not that popular in the original games. He's the one who always gets into trouble, and you have to like save him. He didn't do the
barrel roll, or
yeah, well, he'll be like, do a barrel roll or whatever, but then he'll also like be like, Fox, they're on my tail, and you have to go like save them and stuff.
Oh, is he the one who's constantly getting into trouble? So you're constantly just like, you again?
Yeah.
I see. That's not his fault. That's how he was designed.
Yeah. Slippy comes with DLSS turned on. I mean, who knows when DLSS 5 gets applied to Slippy? Who knows what we're going to be doing?
I don't even know if I'm really even going to play this game, but I hope if they, I hope they let you have, because it sounds like there's quite a bit of voice acting in it. I hope that they let you change the language. I want to hear the different voice actors.
Ooh. And maybe one of the...
You know, if there's a character you find kind of annoying because they have like those call-out lines, changing it to a language you don't really understand, sometimes it's just better.
That's true.
That's how I deal with all my RPGs.
Especially if it's like repeated lines. So like you don't really need to know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Man, more games need to have a French-Canadian voice acting.
Yeah, that's the thing. They might have French-Canadian in there, and that could be a ton of
French-Canadian Slippy would be great.
At the very least, I want to hear the Japanese voices because all of those archetypes have a different feel in Japanese. But it'd be really fun to hear them talk in Swedish, as brought up by Doodles the Great. That would be hilarious. I'd definitely play a Star Fox game in Swedish.
Nice. Yeah.
Why not? There's a bunch of levels you're supposed to be able to play through. You might as well just change up the language every time you do a new playthrough. Really like maximize your content.
That was another point that I saw people bring up, was that the original Star Fox 64 was not a long game.
Yeah, it was only like maybe a few hours.
Yeah, if that. Like, it was a lot of it was sort of predicated on you replaying levels over and over. Like, if you just went level, it was like half an hour long.
Ah. Okay, so like a bunch of rhythm games I've played.
Yeah, there were 3 different paths you could go, so there's sort of some replayability and stuff. But so we'll see. I mean, obviously they've added some cutscenes and stuff.
Yeah,
and I'm sure they padded it out in different ways.
Well, I mean, I think their market for this is going to be trying to get new people in from having seen like the movie or Smash Brothers. If you haven't really played any of the Star Fox games, and then definitely trying to get the people who really are in love with the 64 game.
It'll be interesting to see, though. Like, I don't think they've put out the price point yet.
I think it is out on.
Did they? Oh, they did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did. It's
a full. Is it 70?
I think it's 60 physical, 50 digital.
Okay.
Because they're doing that lower price.
So they are dropping it a little bit.
So yeah, I think. Well, because Nintendo is supposed to be doing that. What do they call it? The pricing. Variable pricing. So depending on the product being put out, it will be whatever price point they deem will sell out. So
yeah, which is cool.
Expect stuff that's like top tier, like Mario or whatever, to be on the most expensive side, and then like smaller franchises to be a little cheaper.
But yeah, I mean what I was seeing there, like, that's an indication that, you know, they might, like, if it was the full like $70, like if it was a full price, like a top price Nintendo game, that might be an indication that they had put a lot more into it, like a lot more.
Maybe I think they probably have to show off a bunch more, but yeah, it's coming out in June, July,
something like that. Yeah.
So we're probably where they'll be dropping more information about it as we go.
Yeah. And then the coming up is that Diablo 4 players have finally unlocked the Diablo 4 secret cow level.
Okay, so I kind of caught this in some portion of the after show, maybe, or later in the day or something. The cow level is like a thing in a lot of the Diablo games.
So every Diablo game has both had a secret cow level, and Blizzard has denied that it has a secret cow level.
Okay.
It's an ongoing thing that
thing.
Blizzard denies that there's a secret cow level, but there always is one.
Okay.
Until just recently, nobody, and it's always like a secret, a way to find, like the way to find the cow level will be very convoluted.
Oh, I mean, it has to be, right?
Yeah. Up until just recently, nobody had been able to find it in Diablo 4. I believe the most recent Diablo 4 update made it possible to actually get to it. Like, there were previously, there were some of the items and things were already there, but you couldn't do it all, put it all together until they finally did it with the latest update. But yeah, Blizzard still maintains that there is no secret cow level, despite the fact that there clearly is one. It's just a
level. I'm assuming they're all pretty much the same. It's just a level where there are.
Yeah, they're different, but they're all these sort of bipedal cows with halberds that run around and try to attack you. And usually there's the cow king, who's just like a bigger cow.
Yes.
And in this case, the cow king, cow king drops this kind of. We didn't actually go into it, but here, let me. So the cow king drops the crown.
Okay.
He drops.
I mean, I guess he would have a crown.
The cow king's crown, which is a mythic rarity helm with a different effect every day of the week. So Moon Day, on Monday, you do +1 damage to 2-legged enemies. On Tuesday, 10% decreased damage to be unlucky against yay distant enemies. And then a yay distant enemy is between 3 and 18 hooves, equal distant when placed parallel to the equator on this afternoon.
All right.
Wednesday, chance to reduce enemy cooldown. No. Thursday, after picking up a legendary item, gain 3% more damage to vulnerable,
yeah.
Stunned non-elites between the hours of 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. for 2.5 seconds.
This problem with some puns is they work better written down and they're harder to say.
Yeah. On Friday, you get plus 10.26% mobility damage while moving. On Saturday, you get 1.3% chance to ignore crowd control if you have already been crowd controlled for over 10 weeks in Helltide.
That's pretty specific.
And on Sunday, you get plus 51 life on death, maybe.
Coin flips are fun. All right, so you only have to get the item like once, though. It just has a different effect every day you're using it.
Yes.
This isn't like you better get the Monday crown and the Tuesday crown. Like
no.
King's got
the thing does different.
The day of the week written on his crown, like his underwear.
And of course, people now that, there are also in the cow level there are some bits of lore or things that or like item descriptions and stuff that indicate that there might be even more.
Like more cows? More level of cows?
Or some deeper cow level.
Deeper cow level.
Deep cows. I don't know. But, if you're the kind of person who found the cow level in the first place, by which I mean somebody, like, you have to put together clues from, like, all sorts of different... You had to grab things from all sorts of different weird parts of the thing, interpret a bunch of, like, very obscure text descriptions and random things that people say. If you're that kind of a person, your brain is, like, you're already, like, charged and ready to, try to read everything you can into everything you see. Mm-hmm. There's stuff. So people are like, maybe there's some in the next update. Maybe there'll be some even more rainbow cow level.
Yeah, they should go for it. It's fun to have silly things show up in games.
Yeah,
and they should put more of them in there. Yeah, absolutely.
Especially since Diablo is like ostensibly like the most serious game. Like all of the things that happen are always like, the pain and anger. But is it what's the latest?
The color of brown.
Yeah, the latest update is the Lord of Hatred. Pain, anger, cows. Yeah. Anyway. Also, by the way, there's as you might guess, there's a Discord where a lot of the cow level discussion and theories and planning takes place. A Discord which is called Not Finding a Cow Level Discord. In order to,
I would have gone with like Cowhalla.
Anyway, it is very silly. Let's move on to a couple things that didn't show up in the episode of ChillPoint. Starting with EVE Online.
Oh no.
The company that owns EVE Online.
Oh wait, this isn't about the story within EVE Online?
No. This is about EVE Online, the company. Or the company that owns EVE Online.
Are we... What?
Okay.
Why would we do that? Why wouldn't we talk about some sort of weird story thing that's happened inside of the game?
So, CCP, the company that runs EVE Online, was up until recently owned by Pearl Abyss, who's they're a South Korean publisher. They bought CCP a few years ago.
Didn't Pearl Abyss have...
They did Crimson Desert.
Yeah. I was like, I know that name for some reason.
Yeah, so CCP, that's their name. It's not the Chinese Communist Party.
It's not like a shorthand for their name? That's... As
far as I know, CCP. that is how they... That is their entire name.
Okay.
It isn't anymore, though. So
okay.
They have now bought themselves... Oh, Crowd Control Productions. Oh, okay. So they actually just bought themselves back from Pearl Abyss.
Okay.
To be independent once again. And they have named their new company Fenris Creations.
Fenris,
yeah. As in like wolf.
Oh, okay.
Stuff. They're from Iceland, right? So anyway. They and also possibly as part of where they got the money in order to buy themselves back from Pearl Abyss, they also have announced that they are teaming up with Google DeepMind, which is Google's AI, one of Google's AI projects.
I don't like the name Google attached to anything, but I especially don't like it attached to the words DeepMind.
Yeah. And so basically, instead of saying DeepMind says it will conduct controlled experiments on its models specifically designed in a specifically designed offline version of the game running on a local server without directly impacting the experience for online players. Basically, what seems to be its situation is you have this, is that EVE, and this has actually been used by other, by sort of academic things a little bit too, is that EVE is one of the largest sort of continuously functioning online economy things, and it can be a useful sort of test bed for interesting for doing testing of certain types of things. They have actually, there's at least one, if not multiple economists like working for CCP or Fenris Creations now. And lots of people have done sort of studies on the economy and the players in EVE Online, because it's, of all the sort of MMOs, it kind of most closely resembles a real sort of functioning or a real sort of thing. Not that it is that close to the real world, but it has a lot of the same elements. Okay. And they are much more hands-off than like, say, WoW or things. Like, people do all sorts of weird stuff can happen in the thing because CCP doesn't try to impose that much upon it.
So it's a very large game.
There's a
lot of people.
Famously, somebody set up a bank in EVE Online.
Real one?
Well,
I guess in the sense of the universe in the game.
Yeah, in the game. So They set up a bank, and they set up a bunch of spots around the universe where people could deposit credits and then withdraw credits somewhere else. So it was very convenient. And then they gave people interest on it, like a bank would.
Right.
And then once a whole bunch of people did it, after a couple months, they just took all the stuff away and left and took everybody's money.
Oh.
Kind of like that guy in Hollow Knight.
Yeah. God, I love that part. It's so funny. It's so funny to me to watch people miss it because they're just like, it doesn't seem like it's worth putting money in there. And
my brother's been playing Hollow Knight, and
oh yeah,
and like a few months ago, I was like, how's it going? He's like, oh, pretty good. I found I found the bank guy, so that's been like really helpful that I can save all my stuff. Mm-hmm. And I was like, cool, good, yeah, excellent.
Has he found a mimic yet?
Yeah. I think he's actually just. He was fighting like the essence,
the collector.
No, like the whatever the big thing at the end is.
Oh, the radiance.
The radiance. That's it.
Yeah. The mimics in that game are probably one of the few mimics that have actually freaked me out because so much trust gets broken the first time you finally find one.
Yeah. So anyway, what I'm saying is like that kind of stuff can just like happen, and CCP is like, not our business. I mean, sometimes they intervene, but like often they don't. Anyway, so I think the principle is that there's something that Google DeepMind in terms of like what they can get out of sort of AI training on this environment that is sort of has a realistic kind of thing. Obviously, the first thing that everyone is like, okay, yeah, it's sort of realistic, but it's also like, it's deliberately kind of a capitalist hellscape version of stuff where everybody is blowing everything up and people are, there's no controls for, like say somebody just starting a bank and stealing everybody else's money, and scamming and griefing and all this kind of stuff is a very big part of the game. So it's like, maybe that's not the best thing to teach the AI.
I mean, there's been a number of like, we had the AI learn things from social media and then it became racist.
Yeah.
Things
became.
There's also, I don't know, I'm assuming this isn't even a thing you can opt out of.
No, because it's sort of the environment. So, Fenrir CEO says in an open letter addressed to the players that EVE is one of the few environments where questions about intelligence can be explored inside something that behaves like a living world. Studying EVE will allow Google DeepMind models to explore difficult problems, long timelines, and strange possibilities. Google DeepMind director says, what the EVE community has created together is truly unparalleled in gaming, a one-of-a-kind simulation for testing general-purpose artificial intelligence in a safe sandbox environment. I'm excited to partner with the team at Fenris Creations to push the frontier of artificial intelligence and explore new player experiences. So yeah, there is some concern that the lessons it's learning from the EVE environment may not be great. But anyway, we'll see.
I suppose.
The other aspect of this that is sort of weird, or not weird, but is interesting, is that part of the reason, so Pearl Abyss bought EVE Online 6 years ago, or bought CZP 6 years ago.
Okay.
For $225 million. They bought themselves back now for $120 million. So Pearl Abyss did not do very well on that transaction, presumably. Now, part of the reason why their value went down so much is that they did spend a lot of time and money working on a blockchain-based spin-off game called EVE Frontier.
Uh-huh.
And also an extraction shooter.
I mean, we're going to see a lot of those
called
in the next
EVE
few
Vanguard.
years, right? Or at least people attempting to make those at this point.
Yeah.
Which means maybe we'll stop seeing so many hero shooters attempt and fail for a while.
Oh, Jaded Sink says Frontier was pretty good in the demo. I'm curious. Yeah, so EVE Frontier had an alpha test launch last year, and EVE Vanguard is planned for release later this year. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway.
Yeah, I just assume we're going to get more extraction shooters over the next few years because we have like 3 that are really hot right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like once you do that,
please
people clearly want extraction shooters.
My favorite thing was the was it the Battlefield people being like, yeah, we were working on a project that was a battle royale. Mm-hmm. But the battle royale market is getting pretty saturated.
Yeah.
So we decided to pivot to extraction shooters.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh good. Yeah, no one's doing those. You guys are going to be all on your own. Hey. You want to see an Assassin's Creed stage show?
Actually, I could go for that. That sounds like that could be fun.
This actually sounds kind of amazing. It's called Herodis. It is an original stage show set in the world of Assassin's Creed. It is directed by a guy who's done a bunch of things, including Crystal, which was a Cirque du Soleil show.
Yeah, I was going to say, I assume
this is not a Cirque du Soleil production.
No, I'm assuming that whoever's in charge probably has some experience with.
It is described as a high-energy 2-hour performance blending acrobatics, urban parkour, choreographed combat, physical feats with large-scale immersive visual environments transporting audiences through time. The show follows a young man searching for his father who later receives a mysterious letter leading him to the Herodis program and making the start of his journey across centuries.
Okay, so it's going to definitely have a lot of like acrobatics.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that was my initial assumption the moment you said Assassin's Creed stage show, that it'd have to have acrobatics. The only other thing I need to sell this on me is I want it to be a musical, because I think an assassin running around singing about how he needs to find his father while doing acrobatics would be the best thing ever.
It's called like assassin with like an exclamation point. Yeah. As far as I know, this is not a musical, which is a bummer.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
They're missing out. Although I bet it's still probably quite good.
Now, obviously, Ubisoft, being a French company, it is premiering at Théâtre Maisonneuve at Place des Arts in Montreal. So, in December. So, it's going to be in Montreal, and then moving to the Casino de Paris. So that's premiering in December, and then it's going to move to the Casino de Paris in January. So if anybody happens to be in the Montreal area, check it out. Check it out and then tell us what it's like.
You don't want to try to go for correspondence reporting reasons?
I mean, it would be pretty cool, but Montreal is also very far away.
Yeah, but it's still in the same country.
Maybe they'll film it. That'd be cool.
That would also be okay.
I mean, it wouldn't be the same, but it would be something anyway.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll be so popular that it's like a traveling show.
Maybe we can get it in like Vancouver or something a little closer.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a Cirque du Soleil show here, but at one point.
Oh, that's right. They could just come to the island.
It's true. A stage show of Assassin's Creed is exactly the set piece where you would have to assassinate somebody in the games. It's true.
I just think it would be really funny to watch, because I'm assuming every Assassin's Creed game starts with the guy having to get hooked up to the machine to go live his life. And I think it'd be hilarious for him to come out with some sort of VR helmet in his hands, waving it around, singing about it.
Yeah.
And, like these weird doctors doing dances behind him, and then him having to get in the machine, and then the scene goes dark so that he can come back up with them in the whatever time they're supposed to be in.
Yeah. It could be great.
Yeah. Japan would do it. They're not cowards.
On ice.
Ooh, I would take that too. Yep. Yeah, I'd go for Ice Capades thing. Sure. I only saw one as a kid. It was for Batman.
I have not seen cool. any Ice Capades or whatever on Ice productions. I bet they're awesome.
They are a lot of
fun. You know what? I don't know. I don't really want to talk about this that much, but okay. some people mentioned it, and we'll just to say, yeah. The Mind's Eye has released their latest piece of DLC.
Their evidence?
Well, it's not really. It's just it's DLC about. It was the thing that was going to be a Hitman level. So it's like an assassination thing or a thing, but the person in it is also like messing with a development company or something. I don't know.
Oh,
there's some things. As far as I can tell, there doesn't seem to be actually any evidence. It's just like, oh, this is a person messing with a company that's kind of like our company. Mm-hmm. Also, they've laid off another 170 of their 250 people. So now there's like,
wow.
So now they're down to like 80 people.
That's so many. Of how many they had.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Right. So that was all bluster.
Yeah.
Which I mean, pretty sure we already knew.
And like, even if it was like, you know what, like even if they're completely vindicated somehow in the court, it'd be like, yes, this nefarious guy was actually secretly telling everybody it was a bad game, and making them ignore their own eyes. I don't really see how they could come back from this. So
in the same vein that you shouldn't make like your hobby your personality, you should also not make your job your personality. Just, I
don't know if that was their problem so much.
Well, it's probably deeper than that, but I don't know. Seems related. What else we got?
I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit called out about, this is...
You do other things outside of work, don't you?
It's true, but also most of my hobbies end up being work anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's a problem with the job. Yeah.
Anyway.
So any other stories we got?
Yeah. Lego is not showing favoritism to Nintendo because they're making a Sega Genesis Lego console.
I'm willing to bet Lego is showing favoritism to whoever gives them money.
Yes.
Or whoever they can pay money to for licensing. Yeah. However that works.
What is?
Oh, it's doing that weird thing where pictures aren't real.
Pictures aren't real. It's weird. Maybe there's a better source for this.
So they're making a Sega...
They're making a Sega Genesis / Mega Drive.
Oh, so it's like the same kit?
Yeah, it has a few different components, so you can switch it over.
I made it.
Hey! Replace Garbage Beach with
Garbage Beach?
I didn't say it.
No, I said it.
Poof. We'll do that in post, right?
Yeah. Beige, no longer actual trash.
Mm-hmm. I came back.
Paul, I would never make you say that beach is garbage.
I'm back from the garbage dimension.
I would take that all on myself.
Did I get here in time for a new story?
Just start talking we're talking about Lego that's making the Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
All right. Check this out. Yeah. So
your favorite console as a kid.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic 2, nice.
And it's got like a Sonic 2 thing. And it's got like the controllers and everything. It's actually pretty dope. And but I love that it's got the different attachments depending on whether you want it to be a Genesis or a Mega Drive.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I love the idea that like somebody is like, this is how they find. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
A Genesis and Mega Drive was the same thing?
Yes, this entire time. I mean, that's fair because like the Sega Master System is the same as the Sega Mark III, but like to American audiences, it's like, wait, so Sega had 2 more consoles before the Master System? How is that possible? Master System was like super low end, right? Like that.
Also, I'm pretty sure this is actually
what the inside
what the inside of a real Sega Genesis looked like.
Never opened mine up.
You opened up one and there was just Sonic there staring at you underneath.
Yeah.
No chips or anything inside.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, it seems to respect all the curves and stuff, and yeah. There's no. I mean, someone's gonna make one of these, but they're gonna have the entire inside look like Desert Bus.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty good idea.
This doesn't have. Somebody needs to make the Sega CD attachment to this.
True. I guess that's
But there are people on the internet who are really smart and share instructions for things on Lego.
Oh yeah,
it's true.
There's going to be one of those Lego.
They're not me, but there's somebody.
There's some sort of like Brickworks thing that Lego runs where it's like you can come up with like
you can make your own things. Yeah. And then people can vote on them, and they could become real.
Didn't we talk about how somebody made up a set of instructions so you could make up your own Pokemon gym badges?
Right. Exactly. Right? Yeah.
So if you didn't buy the really expensive thing to get the gift thing, you could just buy some bricks.
Those controllers do not look comfortable.
The Genesis controller was never...
They look more comfortable than the original Nintendo controller.
Yes, that's true.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
They're not just a square.
Yeah, but the big raised D-pad looks quite high.
Yeah, but you'd be able to find it.
What's the big ring here for? That's just the color ring that goes around?
I think that's to swap out the ring there. Yeah.
I am a little surprised that they only give you the Sonic 2 badge though to put on the cartridge and not like a collection of like 5 different like hits on the Genesis platform. I guess that says a lot about what they had lined up for.
I mean, I think even the Nintendo stuff only gave you like maybe 2.
Yeah, I think you just got Mario Brothers for that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair.
Oh, is my mic off?
It should be on, I think.
Okay.
Unless we turned it off in the...
No, it's on.
It's on.
Yeah.
Enjoy getting hit.
Yep. You asked. Now you know.
Anyway.
What do they have that priced at?
$55 Canadian. It's not that bad, actually.
Shit, that's how much you could buy a Genesis for back in the day. At a certain point when they were, but wow.
Actually, and because of the Lego setup, you could easily add you could easily make a Sonic and Knuckles cartridge to fit on top.
Right. Yeah.
No, Sonic and Knuckles went
it went
the
in
bottom.
It went on top. Yeah,
It had the flip top, and you put the thing on top.
Yeah. Or you can make or with Lego, you can probably change out a few of the bricks, is what they're called. Just letting everybody know that's what you call the things that you build with. So you change it a few of them on the corner of the cartridge and put in yellow ones instead.
Oh yeah, so you get the
EA Sports yellow cartridge thing.
the knockoff looking cards.
Yeah, I still don't know why all of EA's cartridges had that yellow thing on the side, but apparently it was important, and it was like oh, this is this way for a reason because of something that they were doing. So yeah. It wasn't just because it's like we decided to make a certain cartridge look away. Apparently there's like a real reason, like a hardware reason why they had cartridges that looked different than everybody else's cartridges, and I don't think it was because they were knockoffs. It had I think it had something to do with lockout, but I don't know what. Yeah.
I bought most of my Sega Genesis games from garage sales, so I just assumed that those were knockoff carts of some kind. You know, in the same way that like Klax was definitely a knockoff game for the Nintendo.
Yeah, well, it was by Tengen. Yeah, those weird black cartridges.
Klax was fun.
Yeah.
Has anybody played Invincible Versus?
No.
That's a fighting game, right?
Yeah.
I think I've heard ads for it.
Set in the Invincible universe, which is an excellent cartoon if you haven't watched it. It's a super fun cartoon series. It's currently on Amazon, but anyway, it's super cool. But so they're have shown off some of the new skins that they are going to be releasing as DLC, and skins is the appropriate term.
Yeah, for what I'm seeing on screen.
Because this is a new skin for Rexplode, who's one of the characters. He throws bombs of various kinds. And I believe this is this is canonical to the TV show in that there's a part where he has to do a whole fight.
Jesus.
He has to do a whole fight, or he's doing a whole fight where he's just wearing a towel. And so they're
so you can't help but make it not look a little awkward.
The tagline is, "This is not a microtransaction."
His dick is in there somewhere.
Also, it's not a microtransaction because it's $10 DLC.
So I have to ask. I'm like, this is
different colors. Okay,
good. That's great. This is
I hope that you get all the colors of the towels in one.
Oh yeah, you don't
transaction.
have to buy each one.
Well, because if you had to buy, like, that's just like buying real towels at that point, right? Is his name Rexplode because he says that out loud when he's doing things in the same way that you see people say kickflip? Because he seems like that kind of character.
Also played by Jason Mantzoukas. Or voiced by.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow. Okay. I wouldn't have
tracks.
thought, but
yeah, Invincible has a insanely stacked voice cast.
Nice.
It's really good.
That's cool. I think it's very funny that obviously if you're gonna do any sort of beefcake or cheesecake, that you go in this direction and be like, yeah, well, this is relevant to the show apparently that it exists.
I mean, I think they're leaning into the fact that the show is a more
mature
adult show.
Yeah,
it's not uncommon for people to get covered in blood because of various things that are happening.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes theirs, sometimes somebody else's.
I hope that's. I think it's funny to me because it's like, oh, it's male nudity, and I find it funny, but also the way they're presenting it is kind of funny.
Well, it's clearly meant to be comedic.
It's meant to be tongue in cheek, the whole thing, and I'm like, right. But when it's ladies walking around like that, it's always like, oh, but I find titillating. Because of what my preferences are, obviously.
Sure.
And I'm like, I wonder the audience that appeals to that. If the audience is there that appeals to it in a more titillating way, they're like, oh yes, I might think it's funny, but also I think it's like he's super hot and I'm totally into this. I wonder.
I always get like confused by I always get stuck looking at the abs because I'm trying to find out if there is a real number of abs there or if they've added extra in, because I find cartoons will do that sometimes.
Yes.
And so I'm constantly just like, okay, is it 6 or is there 8?
Right. He has a 9th ab.
I've seen some people draw 12, and I'm pretty sure that's not real.
Oh, the Maricat saying Rex is a douchebag, so I doubt he has that many thirsty fans.
Oh, I don't.
I'm even in the show, he has many thirsty fans and also several. He's a douchebag, but he shows that the show has a lot of nuance to it. He has some depth to him.
Yeah, everybody has a different level of attraction to different sorts of things.
Well, and especially when it comes to fiction. A fictional asshole is very different than a real one.
Right.
For one thing, because there's a safety net in the sense that that's not a real person.
Yes.
And that depending on the franchise, there might be like a secret soft spot to them or whatever. Whereas a real person, you're not going to know that. So just people's fictional preferences don't necessarily equal like real world preferences.
It's true.
Yeah.
I've played enough dating games to know.
I guess this is a bit of a spoiler, but there's actually a neat bit in a recent episode or relatively recent in the latest season of it, where he's talking to somebody and he's like, do you know, he's like, do you know what my real last name is?
Splode?
Splode. He's like, but no, he's like, I don't have, he's like, I grew up in the government being trained to be a superhero. I have no life outside this.
Right.
He's like, my name is actually Rexplode.
They gave me this name. That's all who I've ever been since I knew what my name was.
He's sort of talking about somebody else who's thinking about leaving the super team they're on, and he's just like, I have nothing.
That's very funny.
Yeah. Anyway. What else we got going on here? Sega has shown off some of their what they haven't done is shown off my cursor has sort of disappeared.
Oh, weird.
That's interesting. Anyway.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
That was odd.
Well, got to do something new other than
it's just like out. It's my cursor's gone white on a white background. Anyway, Sega has shown off some early concept art for Sonic Adventure.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is originally a Dreamcast game, and then apparently there was a GameCube version of it as well. But I love that this art is actually like kind of amazing, showing off this stuff from Sonic Adventure. It has a very, I don't know, it almost, in some ways, like some of this art almost has like a, Studio Ghibli kind of.
I mean, it's even from the sound effects and stuff. It's very manga comic. Inspired, right? Like
right, of course, yeah.
It's like, of course, and it would be, I guess, because if you're developing it in Japan. But yeah, it definitely has a very. I don't want to say pastoral, but it has a very like.
That sort of pastoral.
Yeah.
I like it when they do the spinny legs.
Yeah,
when he's running fast.
And it's not just a circle, but it's like a.
No, it's got a lot of speed with it because of the leaning forward and the.
Yeah. I haven't played Sonic Adventure, but I hope this is actually what Robotnik's ship looks like.
It's the one
just
that
with
has
his
the
face
really
on the bottom. That's really good.
Yeah, that's like the engine is just.
It's the one with the really cool cover art though, with Sonic and kind of that weird spin.
Yeah, very favorite thing. Pose that people tend to make into other things. There's
Knuckles is in it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I suppose that makes sense. He's in the comics and stuff, so pretty early on.
That's very Nazca.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is very Nazca.
And that's
Amy?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't recognize her without a giant hammer.
At home or in some sort of castle. It's a very small room.
She's got like a flash. She looks like she's Scooby-Dooing a little bit. She's got like a flashlight and stuff.
Yeah. Somebody's made a very small tower. I like this.
Zip lines and stuff.
Yeah, there's some neat
stuff here. It's. My impression is that this isn't that close to what Sonic Adventure ended up being.
Probably not. I mean, concept art's interesting in the fact that like it can look very different than what you end up with, and it might not even have the piece of art you look like might not even end up in the game at all, right? Because it's meant to evoke feeling and style sometimes, but just different like atmosphere even.
Yeah.
Or just a spark of idea.
And if you're trying to like lead people to an aesthetic to be like, we want it to feel like this, and then you see what they come up with, and you're like, yeah, that was not. You'll notice there's no checkerboard grounds anywhere here. Like there's no sort of like.
Hey, look at. Check it there. There's some checkerboard. There's some checkerboard, sort of, kind of.
We've made some bricks.
Yeah. So, I do wonder sometimes when an artist like concept artist sits down to kind of work on, this is what I think the game could look like, or these are the environments, or these are the feelings, and like all that kind of stuff, and then they see the game be.
It's also very Nazca here, actually.
Yeah, you see it get very like realized over time, and they're like, oh, that was not exactly what I was going for. I was trying to make it feel like, oh, it's Sonic running around a very lush field. I wanted to be in like in like Ocarina of Time, it's Sonic and Twilight Princess, that kind of adventure maybe is what they might have been trying to evoke with a lot of these things. But yeah,
I mean, they did do that Sonic open world game. That's basically
I was gonna say Sonic and princesses have historically not gone that well together though.
Well, I only know.
I mean, it was okay for Sonic. I'm just saying for the franchise.
Princess Sally was around for a while, and not in the games at all, but.
It was just when it was a human princess.
Right. Yes. Yeah. She fell in love with him.
Wait, the human was a princess too? I thought she was just some random girl.
There's a human princess who was the love interest. I thought
that was Sonic and the Black Knight.
I thought Shadow had a human that he was like
his sister
protecting. Yeah, his sister. That's why he has a gun.
Yeah. He's like, I have a sister.
Shadow. Yeah.
I have a sister, and that's why I have a gun.
Yeah. Something like that. I've only like maybe.
I only have brothers, so I don't know how that works.
Me neither, right? Like when I find out later I have a half sister, and I'm like, oh shit, why didn't I have a gun growing up?
You didn't get your half gun for your half sister?
I didn't get my half gun.
Oh well.
All right. As we know, the third part of the Final Fantasy VII remake is coming out soon.
Oh, okay. Do we have a name for it? Do we know what it's called now? Do we know what RE word they decided to go with?
They have remake at the very top.
Remake is the first one.
And then Rebirth.
And then Rebirth was the second one, which is the last one that they put out. But there's a third one, and it clearly has to start.
I don't think they've actually said it yet.
Rehash
would be hilarious. Revenge would be good.
People saying Reunion is good, though.
Yeah. Reunion, I think, is one that I've seen people band about, but...
Revenge.
So according to an interview with Nintendo Life, the Naoki Hamaguchi, the director of the third Final Fantasy VII remake game, has played the game fully through over 40 times.
This is the upcoming part 3 that we haven't seen yet.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, weird flex, but okay.
Yeah.
And people are like, wait, what? But
also why?
It's like, are you just speed running your game? Should it not be like released now?
Maybe he's QA testing.
Well, the question too there is, it's like you say you've beaten the game. I mean, like you say you've beaten the game 40 times. Does that just mean you've loaded up your save before fighting Sephiroth and you've just been like, I just go back in and I do it again and again?
It says full playthroughs.
Full playthroughs.
Yeah.
Okay. Which probably means then it's, what aspects do I want to tackle when I go to do that playthrough? It's like, well, I want to do this and I'm going to avoid these things. Or I'm going to do this and I'm going to avoid this other stuff. And it's like, what can you do? What in the game do you actually do, I guess, to, what are you willing to avoid to try to see, can you still finish the game if you avoid these other components, maybe?
Sorry, off topic, but I think they really missed out on calling the trilogy Reduce, Reuse, Recycle.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good, too. Yeah,
because that is kind of a theme of the show, of the game.
Yeah. Because, also... by the time you get to part 3, you're kind of filling out the cast at that point, right? Like Red 13 and Yuffie and like Vincent Valentine, like all those people start showing up, right? I
mean, it's been a long time since I thought that most of your team were with you by that point, because you're 2/3 of the way through the game. So it would be kind of annoying if you don't. It would be kind of frustrating if you don't get people until the very end.
I know Yuffie shows up as part of like a DLC thing for, I think, the first part, because they have like her running around kind of doing her own thing, maybe is what that looked like.
Okay.
So I assume she shows up later.
Maybe that was the thing. Maybe it's like I've played this game 40 times because I did the Punnett square. I did the thing of figuring out, it's like, okay, what's every single team combination look like? I have to try to beat the game with every single team combination.
So the context of this is this interview. He says, and the question, this must be one of these things where this must be like an emailed translated thing, I would guess.
Okay.
The reason why I was thinking, because it says, you find, he's like, when the interviewer says, when we last spoke in 2025, you mentioned that the third game is progressing well. You finalized the story and began working on core gameplay. Without going into much detail, can you provide an update on the game's progress? And he says, we're very excited about the game, how the game is currently progressing. I've already completed over 40 playthroughs. I can't wait for as many people as possible to experience the game for themselves. And myself and the team are working hard to ensure we can create an unforgettable gameplay experience.
Yeah, it's not really a lot of information.
Does your game
but it's also like, if this was an interview, presumably your next question would be like, what, 40 playthroughs? Yeah, whereas this just moves on to the next question.
Well, I mean, when you ask about how the progress of a game is going, and someone tells you, "Oh, I've only played through the game 3 times," you know that the game's hardly done. But 40 playthroughs means they're really close.
Yes.
Every director does that, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, also it says that he's played through it 40 times.
But presumably it's not done.
Yeah.
So he's played through 40 different builds of it, I guess.
Maybe. Yeah. Or it's been like other bits that are being fleshed out. It's like I said earlier, it's like maybe there's bits he didn't touch in previous playthroughs. It's like, well, we just skip these bits and skip that bits while those things are being fleshed out. And it's like, and then those things get added. So you go play those things and then add through whatever. Or maybe we have some pronoun disagreement, and maybe instead of saying I've played through it 40 times, maybe it's we've done 40 playthroughs of the game among everybody on the working team. Is like other people have played through aspects of it and have done that thing. I don't know. I mean, it makes for a great headline to be like, the guy has played this game 40 times already.
Or as some folks are saying, it could be also that it's like a stand-in for a lot of times.
Yes.
I played it like 40 times.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great point, because there are a lot of languages where when you say a thing, right, it's like this thing has happened number of times.
Right.
There's a lot of languages that have different numbers they use as their stand-in. That you might say, oh, I did this thing 1,000,000 times. Like when we say that in English, right, we don't mean 1,000,000 times, but we say it as like a stand-in for myriad times. But other languages are like, I did this 10,000 times, or I did this 100 times.
I don't think many of them say 40.
No, 40 is a very,
who knows?
Also, if this is an emailed back and forth interview, they've probably had many people go through translation. So I don't know if I agree with that pronoun thing.
That's probably true.
Who knows? But finally, last bit of news. Sadly, we got this came in on Thursday.
Oh, I see.
So we were not able to get this into the episode.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, no.
That kind of sadly.
But Pokemon fans in South Korea can now collect themed Pokemon toilet paper.
What?
I mean, sure.
There are 79 different designs on the different sheets of toilet paper.
But you clearly would get a roll that would just have all of them on it, right?
Yeah, but you have to, collect the one.
You do know that, like, decorated...
Gotta wipe them all.
Decorated toilet paper has been a thing for ages. You don't have to collect it. You can just use it.
Yeah, but it's very rare that you put characters on it, right? You put, like, flowers and stuff.
So the question obviously becomes... Does what Pokemon is on the piece of toilet paper affect how you use the paper? Be like, no, I can't use that piece. I like that guy.
Yeah, right. Are you like pulling the thing out? You're like, wait, no, tear off.
No.
I think the real question is, how many of the Pokemon that you see on the toilet paper have Ditto face?
It's true. Wait, is it all Ditto?
Could be all Ditto.
Could the roll of toilet paper itself be a Ditto? Yes, it could.
Do we have any photos of what the designs look like?
Yes.
we do.
Well, yeah.
There is. Julia Mon in chat has actually, she's the one who originally brought this to our attention.
Yep.
And I believe has done some research.
And it said as much in chat. Thank you, Julia Mon.
Apparently there are individual Pokemon roles.
Okay.
As well as like multi roles.
Oh, I see.
So you can be like, no. I only want to wipe with.
He's like wiping your ass with muck.
This makes sense if you have a kid whose like favorite Pokemon is Charizard, and you're trying to get them to like
use the toilet,
do potty training or something. This might really work for you.
Yeah, you get a special Pokemon potty for them to go into, and then you have the toilet paper for them to understand how to use.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Also, I feel like only 79 Pokemon. I feel like what there could be. You should at least do like all of the Gen 1 Pokemon. Or something.
There has to be something holding this back.
Today's youth, I don't think care about Gen 1 as much as people in their 40s.
So or just like all of or like 100 Pokemon. It's just 59 or 79 is just like a weird number.
It's just like the number.
It's just like a weird number.
I think the fact that they didn't do 67 is the real crime.
That's true.
Is it 2
rolls of toilet paper?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it 79 unique Pokemon roles plus also a multi-roll? Or is it there's 79 unique roles to get and that there's 40 Pokemon being represented, but then there's a mix of multi-roles? Like, is that how they've broken it down? Because I'm just trying to think about the logistics of being able to print like this means that obviously some decisions had to be made about what it is you're going to do and how much how do you do that? How do you say, well, it's got to be this mix of characters, and then we also have to provide these other things, and then what is the logistical reason you hold back on? Well, we can only do 79 prints. It's like, why? It's like because the machine that prints this stuff out only has room for 79 plates.
Possibly. Logistically, the Pokemon company's been around for a really long time. They sell plushies and cards and all kinds of things. I'm pretty sure they could probably figure out which Pokemon are the most popular in the roster to make toilet paper out of.
Right. And
if not, then they'll do the other standby thing of, hey, marketing team, what's your favorite Pokemon that you'd like to see on toilet paper?
So Julie Munn says they have color groupings. So there's that.
And you can also, I think it's, so there's, you get 2 specific roles and then some, it's like a pack of 6, I think. And so with a bunch of them are random. So you don't choose which roles you get, I think.
You just kind of end up with a package, a multi-pack package that has 12 rolls in it or something. And then when you open it up, you get to see that thing that looked like a purple roll on the inside happens to be Gengar and everything else. And
can we get some and put it in the bathroom and not tell anyone and just see how people react?
People to use it?
No, I just want to see them react.
Okay.
I want to see.
We'll set up a camera.
No, because
these are some better pictures.
Okay, so we can set up a camera in the hallway because you can tell that people are just going to scream.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. There's a whole Ditto thing. So the picture on the outside of the parcel does show you what you're going to be getting in the inside of the parcel. That's cool.
Right. So these aren't
wow. And then tissue packs.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And now Korea first release. I could go for a first release myself. Actually, I had breakfast.
You showed up late. You can't have your first release till later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I would be totally down with putting some of this in the bathroom. I don't use toilet paper anymore. I'm free of that.
Yeah, I know your body's super absorbent.
The chains have been lifted, and I no longer need to wipe. It's just clean break poops all the time.
God, I like you better as the trash can.
Everywhere I go hang out, I am slowly getting washlets installed in all these places.
Just Yeah. Just Squirtle being like, it's a living.
Yeah. I mean, it come down to it, it's like, now I understand why I might want to live in the Pokemon universe, because I'm like, I could just have a travel bidet living on my belt. Just be like, all right, Squirtle. We're down for water jet.
There has to be some sort of like...
I feel like we could probably have that like in the real...
Yeah, yeah. I have a travel bidet, actually. They're great. They're a little nozzle that screws onto a squeezable bottle. And you can actually, pretty sure you can actually fit it onto a standard size, like Nestle water bottle that you just buy out of a vending machine, like a Dasani bottle. So it's kind of great. You'll never be without, as long as you have the nozzle with you.
From trash talk to toilet talk, you really should just go join Watch and Play.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's all the stories that I want to talk about, or we want to talk about today. Thanks everybody for joining us. And we will. Of course, if you haven't seen the episode of ChillPoint that we've been talking about, or we talked about at the beginning of the show, you should do that. It is up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/LRRVG. That is our YouTube channel. And you can become a member of that channel to support us. And if you do become a member of that YouTube channel, you get your name in the credits at the end of the episode of ChillPoint.
Let us know that you're watching by just writing in the comment section of the ChillPoint episode. They still make ChillPoint.
Yeah. And you don't have to support us through the YouTube if you don't want to, because Store.Loading Ready Run is still a thing. You can buy merch there, and more merch is coming. And also patreon.com/Loading Ready Run, a great way to support all the stuff we do here.
Mm-hmm. Also remember, $5 on the street for any of us.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We will talk to all y'all later.